Grand Rising, folks. Grand Rising. Today, I'm going to be talking about students in relationships at school. I mean, boyfriend, girlfriend. Reason why I want to talk about this is because it is honestly very important to understand that, relationships are important, regardless of what type of relationship it is, but specifically a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship where emotions are still developing, and emotions are still developing, and you really have to know yourself. And honestly, through relationships, you start to know yourself, especially when you get to know the other individual a little bit more, because they tend to tell you about yourself. If they're really, if they're serious about a relationship and serious about not hurting your feelings. And the reason why I bring this up is because I'm going to be real. I had boyfriends since elementary school. I did. And a lot of them, it was just, especially before, I say 9th or 10th grade, it wasn't really like serious, to say the least, because the boys that I was with, they weren't interested in other girls and having multiple girlfriends. So, honestly, if you're in a middle school or elementary school relationship, the best thing I could tell you is to not be in one. Not be in one. Have friends, have boys that are friends, and get to know them. But don't. It's a lot of work. It really is. I'm not going to say don't be in one, but if you're going to be in one, you should tell your parent, because they have a better idea of how you should go about doing things. And anytime I brought up I had a boyfriend, I was told I didn't need one. So I'm just letting you know from what my own experience. You don't need one right now. You don't need one if you're in elementary or middle school. In high school, you don't need one, but you're older. I say 16 and older. If you're going to have one, be responsible. Be responsible. If you are 14 or 15 or just getting into high school, be responsible. And what I mean by that is to tell your parent that you are like in a relationship, so that they can have, a conversation with you. If you had parents that were, teaching you about, talking to you about sex and letting you know about condoms out there at a young age, then you have some really good parents. Because they have an understanding that you're going to be doing your own thing, but they still want you to be responsible. Like, relationships are very, it calls you to be responsible for your feelings, responsible of your feelings, responsible of communication. And I really don't encourage boyfriend-girlfriend relationships. I don't, because the younger you are, you don't really know about the world like that. You don't. And you should develop a better relationship with your parents and talking to them about what girl or what boy you like. You should have conversations with your parents first about it before you even have a boyfriend or girlfriend. That way that they can tell you, they can give you highlights, or they can give you detailed information on, how or what to look in to concerning a boyfriend or a girlfriend. See, I started off early because I was honestly very young, looking for a husband, and I had this idea that I just really wanted to be with somebody for a long period of time and for us to get to know each other and build together. That's why I was like looking, and I was also dealing with daddy issues. I had individuals who were not in my life, so I was dealing with that. At the same time, like I said, was like really wanted to, because I've heard stories about how people get together at 12, 13, or known each other since they were 5 and stuff like that. So I was kind of looking for that. However, I don't condone being in an early relationship, because you don't need a boyfriend, you don't need a girlfriend, until you're old enough to drive a car. Let's be real. And even then, it's, again, relationships are is based on being responsible, because sometimes in a relationship, sex is a conversation or sex is done. And if you don't know what it takes to be in a relationship, like communication, like responsibility, like accountability, all of these different things, you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to get to know yourself. You need to be in connection with your parents. You need to talk to them more than once, because you may not remember the conversation before. So you need to really make sure that your relationship with yourself is established, and make sure that your relationship with your parents, whether they're both in the house or you can at least see them, or if one of them is missing, meaning that they are not in your life, figure out how you can reach out to them if they're worth that time for you. But you need to get to know, like, a male and female parts, in order to be how can I say this? I want to say good, but that's not the word I'm looking for. But you need your parents to be in this with you. You really do. While you're underage, meaning you're under 18. If you're going to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you should definitely let your parents know. You should definitely let them know, because they need to know who you're dealing with. I know when I first told my mother that I had a boyfriend in 10th grade, she was actually a bit surprised, because she didn't think that I liked boys for the longest time, because I didn't talk to her about boyfriends. I didn't. Not until 10th grade. And to me, I felt like I had boyfriends because I was serious. I was talking on the phone with them, writing letters, learning from them, learning about myself, and what type of individual I care to be with. And I'm like, I really do have to get to know myself better. And it took me a lot of people to get to know myself better. It took me a lot of people. One thing I did not do, though, was have sex in high school or middle school or elementary school with any of these boys that I was in a relationship with. However, I got to know the masculine side of myself, even just being around boys as often as I was. So my thing is, if you're going to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, which I don't suggest you do, if you're going to have one, though, make sure that your parents are involved. If you're underage, if you are 18 and under or 17 and under, make sure that your parents are involved in that. Communicate with them, regardless of how uncomfortable it is for you and your parents. Because this is another way for your parents to get to know you. Simple as that. Because you want to have a healthy, you want to have a healthy relationship with your girlfriend or boyfriend, so that can actually turn into, a longer term union. because you are uniting with somebody that is different from you in the mind, in the heart, background, upbringing, the way they communicate. You need to get to know this individual, but definitely have a guidance in your world before you just jump into one. Definitely have a conversation with your parent before you get into one, or even while you have one, just so that they know where you are. Okay. Yeah. And speaking of healthy relationships, get one of these shirts, this sweatshirt. The link will be in the description below. This is for anybody out there who really want to have healthy love in their worlds. Anybody. Okay? And just know that in relationships, you have to be truthful. You have to be, like I said, responsible earlier. It's about accountability. It's about being transparent. And it really does take mature people to be in successful relationships. Okay? So make sure that you're doing what needs to be done for your relationship. If you really wanted to go somewhere or to do anything with it, don't just be in one just because, oh, she cute, oh, he fine. Don't be in no relationship like that. They can have the prettiest teeth, they can have all of this, that, and the third, but appearance is not everything. If you don't get nothing from this video, get this: appearance is not everything. Have that be one of the things, but look for the way that somebody carries themselves. Look for the way that people, that individual talk with their friends, how they talk to other girls or boys, how they are in class, and how they are with their teachers, and how they are if you do hang out with friends outside of school. Look at that. How are they in public? Look at all of these different things. Don't just go for somebody because they cute or popular, because it's not always the best relationship outcome. It's not. So I take it from me, somebody who's had plenty of boyfriends. I've learned, and even individuals, grown people, telling me, you don't need a boyfriend. I'm like, okay, but they were right. I need to figure out myself. So if you're 17 years or under, work on you, be with you, love you, care for you. You got a lot of things that you need to work on before you get into a relationship, because a relationship will change you. It will show some things about you that you did not know. Other people you're in a relationship with, in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship with, they will tell you some things about yourself, and you will tell them about themselves. But again, make sure that you bring your parent into it if you choose to have a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. Don't do it by yourself. Don't. Okay? So take care. Be great. Like, subscribe, and share this video, because it's a lot of young people out there who have boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, and they feelings getting hurt. They heart getting broken at a young age. So again, bring your parents into the conversation and help them to learn more about you and who you're dealing with. I'm gonna let you know, once I told my mother who I had as a boyfriend, every boyfriend I had after that, she made sure she introduced herself. Okay? So that they don't do nothing stupid. So that's the type of parents that you want to have in your corner. So if you young, let your parents know you got a boyfriend or girlfriend. Period. Have that conversation. Otherwise, wait. Have a great day. Peace.